Hi everybody, and welcome to Jonny Welch Productions. On today's adventure, we're going to take a couple of dives on the SS Yongala wreck. The Yongala is about a 45-minute boat ride from Alva Beach, which is located south of Townsville near Ayr on the Queensland coast of Australia. I thought I'd show you a photo of the SS Yongala before it sunk. Quite a pretty looking boat. And this is what it now looks like sitting on the bottom of the reef. So you can get a bit of an idea as you see some of the footage. The Yongala is lying in about 30 metres of water and sits at about a 60-degree angle on the bottom. We come down onto the stern of the boat and then swim around onto the deck, which is well protected from a very slight current today. The Yongala sunk in 1911 with 121 passengers and crew on board due to a cyclone, and it wasn't until 1947 that a survey ship from the Royal Australian Navy picked up an image of the wreck on the bottom of the reef, and then in 1958 it was officially identified as the Yongala, and since that time it's become a world-renowned dive site. Lots of pretty corals, amazing array of fish and sea life, spectacular colours. A little bit hard to know where to look at different times. This beautiful fellow's a Maori wrasse, the second biggest fish I saw during the dive. This is probably one of my favourite clips from the entire dive, where we can see an olive sea snake, quite venomous. And you see a flowery cod cruising along. Nice little school of Moses perch, and a pretty excited diver. I was told that The Maori wrasse is like the Labrador puppy dog of the sea, where they like to follow along after divers, just keeping an eye on them and hanging around. This fish that you'll also see hanging around throughout the dive is a giant trevally. You're no longer allowed to enter the wreck itself on the dive. 121 bodies were never removed from the wreck itself. A number of years ago, divers, or a diver, removed a skull and a femur apparently. Since that time, they banned divers from actually entering into the wreck, which I think's a good thing. A very peaceful school of fish just floating in the water. As we approach the halfway mark of the first dive, you can see there the bow of the boat. And we're about to swim around the other side and head back. Just a quick adjustment of the hair. Always good to look your best when you're underwater. You can see how the hull doesn't have as much coral on it as the rest of the boat. And that's because the hull is generally, on the SS Yongala, exposed to the currents. And I was informed that in 2012, one of the big cyclones, current ripped a lot of the existing coral off the hull. So this is what's regrown since. So we're back to where we began. That concludes the first dive. hour surface interval before we commence the second dive. So we're dropping back down onto the bow of the boat. I thought I might try and give you a little bit more of a look at what actually goes on inside the boat, of course without touching it. And it was here that I was given quite a shock as I was gawking in the boat, and all of a sudden a olive sea snake came right out in front of me. Now, as I said, these things are highly venomous. Luckily for us, they've got a very small mouth. Plus, they're non-threatening, and the only reason they would bite you would be if you were perhaps following them with a GoPro. But they can only probably open their mouth enough to bite you between your thumb and index finger, and that small flap of skin. So, beautiful creature. So on the second dive we did the reverse of the first dive. Ended up port side of the hull to begin with. Good look again at some of the internal structure of the Yongala. A really pretty school of yellow-tailed fusiliers here. You see a GT just lurking below them. I mentioned earlier that the Maori wrasse was the second biggest fish I'd spotted on this dive, and here is the biggest, the Queensland groper. This beauty is just lurking in the depths off the bow of the boat. It's probably half the size of me. Quite an impressive fish. And no dive would be complete on the Yongala without spotting a turtle. And here we have a hawksbill turtle, a majestic creature. This fellow wobbling around on the bottom is a short fin batfish. And here's my dive buddy waiting for me to conclude today's adventure. I hope you've enjoyed the SS Yongala.